step in, digs out her spot in that right-handed batter's box. Her red, white, and blue softball bat looking like a summertime rocket pop. And she takes the first pitch.
Okay.
For a ball.
Okay. All right.
1 ball, no strikes. Yo, readies. That one popped up and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike.
How do I block it out? I just made it 1 out. If they're on, I would just wait.
1 ball, 1 strike. Yo, readies. The righty deals. He is low for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Mechanicsburg home runs with maroon pinstripes, Wildcats across the chest.
If you
Some of
register
these young ladies wearing
you'll just have to hit reset.
tops underneath with the maroon color scheme
Put the 2
as
up,
well.
just don't hit straight 3 or it's going to register 2 out.
That would foul out play as well. We'll see the scores, to the best of my ability, being kept on screen just above our sponsor ribbon. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Line straight and ponded on the ground into left field. So it is a leadoff single for Central York and Kate Gable. And Gable down first with a single. Stepping in next for the Panthers is Marley Daly. Daly steps in, receives some salutations from her to home plate umpire Frank Cirillo. Daly in the box, Gable standing on the first base bag. We thank our friends at the Mechanicsburg Recreation Department for their continued support of our web streams. You can learn more about them at mddsg.org. Click on the Rec tab, download the new district app, or stop by their office for sales and trees environmental center. That first pitch from Yo is high. Shockey standing ready on the third base side of the infield. Meanwhile, her sister, Lillian Shockey, standing at first and trying to hold the runner, Katie Gable, in check. That first pitch was fouled off. No balls in strike. Just a little outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, no out. So a leadoff runner on for Central York. American flag hanging proudly in the center field. Two balls, 1 strike. Daly, a righty, whips it hard on the ground to left field. It is fielded by the Cats and Mia Masser, but Central York with 2 runners on base and no outs. And that brings up the shortstop for the Panthers, Brooklyn Schaefer. So 2 batters, 2 singles, 2 left. And Schaefer steps in. Her black bat with red and yellow branding. She readies. And a runner in scoring position at that first pitch, called for a ball. So Yo struggling a little here early. And Central York bat certainly hotter than the atmospheric temperature right now. That one all for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. We thank you for tuning in today. Live on Go Mechanicsburg. On YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg. Ben Shad with baseball currently against Central York as well. Also on our YouTube channel, so you can pick your audio streams, maybe 2 devices going at once, because 2 people talking at one time is exactly what you need here midday on this Good Friday. 2 balls, 1 strike. Yo winds. Fouled outplay behind Asha Pratt. So 2 and 2. Call on the scoreboard. And the umpire, Frank Cirillo, confirms as much. Schaefer readies, staring down the 2-2 pitch. lifts it to the right and out of play. So the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes, still no outs in the top of the first inning. Mechanicsburg bounced back after dropping 2 in a row. A couple of days back on the 31st against Cumberland Valley, 11-1. Then yesterday in the misty, cold rain against Central Dauphin. That one fielded at third by Mackenzie Shockey. And she tags the lead runner, Gable, for the out.
Hey, middle! Let's try to turn it, middle!
Daly advances to second. Schaefer on via fielder's choice. The first out of the inning. And that brings up the starting pitcher today for Central York, Bailey Doggyball. Doggyball, long blonde hair sticking out the back of her black batting swings and misses. Pink batting gloves, pink softball bat. Quite the colorful contrast to the black and orange Central York uniforms. One pitch, just misses the corner. 1 out in the inning. DeBell and Craig, the next 2 scheduled batters for head coach Nikki Vince and Central York. Pitch called for strike. This is a big out for Kayla Yo if she can secure it. Yo readies. Looped and lined to short and corralled by the Wildcats. Excuse me, to second base and corralled by the Wildcats. And Ever Naylor. So that's the second out of the inning. Runners remain at second and third. And stepping in for Central York is Katie DeBell. Meeting at the mound as second base became dislodged. This is a soft infield today. Following rain yesterday, rain early in the week. But this is spring, folks. This is what you get. All 4 seasons, not only in 1 week, but sometimes in 1 day. Field umpire Lyndon Humphreys, as well as Reagan Condon, and the second base runner, Marley Daly, is the landscape work out there to make sure that everything fits in nicely. Reach out to our friends at Landscapes Inc. for more yard work here in the spring. First pitch to DeBell. Called for a ball. 2 outs in the inning. 2 runners on. Singles right out of the gate, but Kayla Yo's been able to pitch her way back and nearly out of this inning. Tasha Pratt requesting a new softball from home plate umpire Frank Cirillo. At the high school level, you might get 3 or 4 softballs. Think about the amount of baseballs that major leaguers go through per game. It's ridiculous. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs in the inning. The pitch, high and outside for a ball. 2 outs in the inning. 2 runners on. Yo readies. DeBell steps in. A slew of right-handed batters thus far for Central York. Fouled back and out of play as well. A handful of these young ladies, all the basketball team together. Successful campaign, and oddly enough, for as senior heavy as the basketball team was, an area senior on the softball roster. That went to left and right in front of Mia Mastro's after 2 runs will come around, take that run as the Central York base coach held up the runner. So we'll get things reset here on the screen. That's a double. You got it for DeBell. DeBell stands at second.
Like the next game I do is
Schaefer now at third.
It
was Daly who came around to score, making it 1-0. So we're going to put a runner at third, a runner at second.
That's too bad.
We're going to bring a run in. And still at the top of the second inning with 2 outs and Mechanicsburg trailing.
There we go, guys! We got 2! We got 2! Let's go, Mechanicsburg! You say you had it! What?
Craig stepping in. Central York halfway through the lineup here in the top of the first. First pitch called for a ball. So runners on second and third. Paper at third, the ball at second with the 2-out double. And pitch across for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yo readies. The line of the pitch. Swing and miss. Strike 2. A ton of softball left to play here at the complex. In the shadows of a brand new high school track. Strike 3, and that ends the inning. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Central York with 1 run on 3 hits. No Wildcat errors. 2 runners left on base. We're going to take a break. Come back in just a few moments. 1-0 Central York. Back in a bit live on Go Mechanicsburg.
Hey, there's 2 places I run in this one. The front of the buffet line and the sugar. That's it.
Neither of them are in that quarter mile out there.
They're within a quarter mile. If not, I got problems. I'm either A, not eating, or B, shitting my pants.
Oh my.
Deal 3. 1, 2, 3, D. Let's go. How you doing? I'm great, bro. I'm great.
Like we're not even running the commercial usually.
Bypass. 2 of them. Yeah. You all right with it?
Yeah, he's 74, so. I just don't move as fast. I was like, I got news for you. How you move fast before. The big thing was, they knew it was wrong. He said, I'm going to be 100% sure I'm going to do it.
Welcome back to the Mechanicsburg High School softball field. I am Mike Garland. Today's game presented by our friends at 11 Oaks Farms and New York. This is an audio-only broadcast live on Go Mechanicsburg for baseball and softball. Only this season, although we will dip in for our visual for Baseball Senior Day coming up later this season. So, trailing 1-0, Mechanicsburg will send Reagan Condon to the plate. Reagan Condon, Mia Masser, and Mackenzie Shockey, the first 3 batters. And if any one of those young ladies can get on them, Lillian Shockey will be your 4th batter of the evening. Condon, no doubt, excited to be back and athletically functional. She missed the back half of the basketball season, recovering from undisclosed injury. But despite the fact that she wasn't able to compete on that back half of basketball, was Coach McAllister's #1 cheerleader.
Yeah.
2 balls, no strikes on Condon. The home white, maroon socks, maroon pinstripes. Condon stepping in with the maroon fade to black helmet. Trickles that one down the left line towards third base. Hits the third base bag. And Mechanicsburg, a lead-off single. Condon is on. Central York was playing the infield in.
I guess they've seen it.
base player. He wasn't able to corral it. Master, a lefty steps in. Master tries, but gets a piece of it, but can't hold on.
Hey, no stop.
It's a foul ball for Mia Master.
Hey, 35.
Yeah.
Hey, someone got a hustle behind me.
Masser back into the box. Condon standing at first. No balls in strike. Steps that one towards short. Condon, lead runner out. As the shortstop Schaefer stepped in the bag, came across, but couldn't convert the double play. So Masser on by way of fielder's choice. Condon is now 6 unassisted. And stepping in is Mackenzie Shockey. Shockey readies with 1 out. Masser, the speedster, stands at first. And the line and the pitch. That one could have been a seeing eye single instead. But they force out at second. Nice job by the second base player for Central York to make that play. Another out for the Cats. Mechanicsburg just trading out base runners as Masser is out 4-6 at second base.
I got that.
Shockey on by way of fielder's choice. And now Sister Lillian stepping in with 2 outs in the inning. The pitcher for Central York is Bailey Doggenbaum. So Doggenbaum toes the rubber. And Lillian Shockey steps in. The wind and the pitch. Off speed. Shockey bit on it. Expecting something a little faster than that. She reached forward to try to make contact. Lillian Shockey, a freshman. Mackenzie, a junior. Winning it. 2 outs in the inning. Getting for the 1 runner on base. That is Mackenzie Shockey. 1-2-5. Doggenbaum ready, looking to retire inside. Ball foul off the catch fencing. It stays in. To the athletic administration for helping make this broadcast possible as well. Lifted foul. Crowd that's gathered off the left field line. And a decent crowd here today, given the temperature and time of day. Not everybody off for Good Friday. No balls, 2 strikes, and in the count on Lillian Shockey. Ball lines in the pitch. Out straight off the play. Our home plate umpire Frank Cirillo void of softballs because both have been fouled out. Wildcat coach Gail Easton, who I believe it was last season, took a scorching line drive to the back from the third base coaching box. It wasn't last year, it was 2 years ago. But she quickly trots back out. She's spry. Off-speed, lifted too short. And Schaefer will squeeze for the out. So Mechanicsburg, no runs on no hits. They leave a runner on base. Top of the second inning. We'll back in just a little bit. Mechanicsburg trails Central York 1-0. Live on Go Mechanicsburg.
What are you doing?
Did you just hear me? Not everybody gets off for good fruits.
Yeah, I'm not off. I'm working. Do you think I'd be here if I wasn't working?
Yes, because I know you love Mechanicsburg about that.
Yeah, be a baseball game.
Yeah, right down there.
Oh, no. I can. She needed to. She wanted me to. Doesn't matter. I can get up. I can go find other shelters.
Harry, you want to stay, Bobby? Take this. I stand there.
No, I'm good. Just go out here for a little bit. It should be all.
You want me to move over? I don't know if this reaches. I can
Here, let me
move
get out of here and then move back.
Start of the second inning and a bunt for an infield single. And that is the designated player, Zion Roach. So Roach with a leadoff single by way of that bunt, showing her speed as she makes it to first base. Put a runner on first. And head coach Gail Beeston making her way out to have a conversation, I believe, with our field umpire, Lyndon Humphreys, regarding that call at the plate. What positions are right? They changed the lineup after they gave it to me, so
How many is there?
the number and the name are correct. So the conversation continues. She wants to know what he saw. He's explaining that to her. And she'll head back to her dugout, and now the two umpires come together. Frank Cirillo and Lyndon Humphreys having a conversation in between home plate and first base. As the conversation continues between the umpires, Mechanicsburg huddles at the pitcher's circle as well. So the call on the field stands. Wouldn't quite call it an ABS challenge, but it was a GH challenge. Kayla Yo toes the rubber. Stepping in for Central York is Maddie Sowers. Sowers bunts again. Sowers bunts for the first time, but it pushes Roach to second base. So that's a sacrifice for Sowers. It's also the first out of the inning. Roach will stand at second.
Is it Logan Kroger?
And stepping in for Central York is Logan Krager. So Krager readies. A single runner standing on second. That is Roach. Krager fouls that one off.
Good pitch, man. Up now. You got it, Logan. Get out. Hey, find your
Zion Roach at second base. She led off the inning with a bunt single, advanced to second on a sacrifice by Maddie Sowers. That one lifted high towards center field. Coming in for it is Tabone. Common went out, the ball on the ground, and now they have Roach in a rundown, and she is tagged out. So through it all, Central York remains with a runner on second base, but there's an out. Two outs. That might be turned up a little too high down there. I don't know what the knob looks like. 2 outs, runner on second. And this will bring the top of the order back around. And Kate Gable. Gable batted last inning. Single, led off. And that one just fouled. Krager is at second. Out on that previous play for the second half of the game was Zion Roach.
What?
The line in the off-speed pitch. One ball, one strike. 2 outs. A runner on second base for Central York. Line to the pitch from Yo. And Gable in front of that one as well as Asha Pratt tosses back to Yo just over Gable's head. No real breeze to speak of, though cool and overcast in Mechanicsburg. Temperature now 51. It was about 49 at first pitch. Outside, 4 balls, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Krager stands at second base. Krager readies to run on the swing of the bat. And it is lifted towards the right side. Lillian Shockey will squeeze in foul territory for the final out of the inning. For Central York, they have no runs on, we'll call it 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the second. Central York continues to lead Mechanicsburg by a score of 1-0. Back in a bit, live on Go Mechanicsburg.
I'm worth it. Give it to me, I'm worth it. Give it to me, I'm worth it. Baby, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Give it to me, I'm worth it.
Okay, I tell her bring it back like she loves something. Bring it back like she loves something. In the club with the lights off, put you at the shop off. Come and show me that you're with it, with it, with it, with it, with it. Stop playing, now you know that I'm with it, with it, with it, with it, with it, with it. What you at the shop for?
Just give me
When I was
you.
younger, I was like, I'm going to be a baseball play-by-play guy. Now, after all these years, it's like my
And
worst
if I can say it's true,
sport.
it's true.
Part of it is
Give
like
me
a
to you.
job and other responsibilities. And
I
so
think
this
it's a
is
lot of
just show up to
stuff.
do it.
Guaranteed. Can back it
Randomly.
up. I think I'ma call you bluff. Hurry up, I'm waiting out.
Coming to bat now, number 14, Mackenzie Hutchinson.
What's that? Yeah, I know.
Go, a 4-star song.
Back at Mechanicsburg High School softball complex, it is the bottom of the second inning, and stepping in for the Cats is Mackenzie Hutchinson. She is quickly behind the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Hutchinson looking to make something happen from a leadoff standpoint. Swing and a miss. And she has 1 down.
Now to bat number 25, Maddie McIntyre.
Last half inning, not everybody has off on Good Friday, but now that they do, we have music, we have a PA announcer, and we have Maddie McIntyre stepping in with 1 out. It is the bottom of the second inning. Quite possibly contrary to what the score interface says, it doesn't actually seem to be uploading and updating at this point, which is potentially not good. Take it off screen for right now. That pitch is a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-5-2, 1-5-2.
1 out of the inning.
Okay, thank you.
2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike.
All right.
Maddie McIntyre is looking to make something happen for the Cats. And the line of the pitch. Fouled and play. So now 2-2. Strikes, 1 out in the inning. Now she's worked the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Still 1 out in the inning. There we go, and she earns that walk.
Next up, your starting catcher.
And she trots down to first base.
Number 4, Asha Pratt.
Pratt stepping in with 1 out in the inning. Pratt's first time at bat today. Mechanicsburg still trying to work their way through the lineup for the first time. Meanwhile, for Central York, they've already turned the lineup over. The wind from Doggenbaugh. Big swing and a miss for Pratt. Pratt stepping back in. Pratt at the bat. Doggenbaugh winds. That pitch is just a tad high. 1 ball, 1 strike on Asha Pratt. 1 out in the inning. And a runner on. And the throw with Maddie McIntyre. On deck for the Cats is Piper Tabone. Pratt fouls that one off into the dirt. 2 balls and, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Second inning. The line of the pitch from Doggenbaugh. Off-speed pitch, swing and a miss. And Asha Pratt heads to the bench for out number 2. It's the second strikeout of the inning as well.
Center fielder, number 8, Piper Tabone.
Tabone will step in. Maddie McIntyre standing at first. Needs to be heady to make contact. Start running on contact. But that was fouled back with a couple of different electronic devices zip tied to the fence. And the fact that I have to say zip tied to the fence should give you a nod to some of the logistical hurdles that come with presenting. Those zip ties, though, they do magical things. The ball a little high. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs in the inning. Ben Chad calling baseball right now over at Charlie Rickenbach Field in Memorial Park. Mechanicsburg and Central York. They also started at 12 o'clock. Line the pitch, and inside for a ball. A couple of fans sitting in right center field. Just to the left of the Seth Gardner State Farm banner. Seth Gardner State Farm, one of our longtime great partners. Seth not with us here during this broadcast cycle, but we thank him for his continued support. That was a call for a strike. Looked to be a little high outside, but that was a call behind the plate. You've got to respect the umpire's decision. Low and inside for a ball. Full count by way of Piper Tabone. Red and white Under Armour cleats. Doggenbaugh ends at the waist, lines, and right down the middle for strike 3. So, despite the fact that 1 base runner made it on, Doggenbaugh otherwise struck out the side. And for no runs on no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base, 2
Where it began, I can't begin to know it, but then I know it's growing strong. Wasn't the spring, and spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along?
Should be number 3. What's her name? Daly? Marley Daly. Marley Daly?
Number 3, Marley Daly.
Carly Daly lifts one to right field, and it is dropped by Mackenzie Hutchinson. So an error on the play for Hutchinson as Daly finds her way down to first base on that leadoff strike to right.
Next up, shortstop, number 14, Brooklyn Schaefer.
Brooklyn Schaefer stepping in. Schaefer is in, so an early mistake here in the inning for the Cats. Mechanicsburg started the season 4-0. They dropped their last two, looking to avoid that first losing streak of the season. And if you wonder what is defined as a streak, I encourage you to go watch the movie Major League, where manager Lou Brown lays out what a winning streak, or I guess losing streak, actually looks like. Well, now I question, was that Major League, or was that Bull Durham? Regardless, 3 constitutes a streak. That ball, fouled away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lifted towards second base, where it is squeezed by Ever Naylor.
Number 13, the pitcher, Bailey Drogenbaugh.
Brings up the pitcher, Bailey Drogenbaugh. Drogenbaugh steps in with one runner on. Pitch called for a ball.
Set. Bar right in front of him on that line.
Drogenbaugh stepping in. Daly at second. And Yo with the line to pitch. Another ball.
It's not warm out there yet.
2 balls, no strikes, 1 out in the inning. Top of the third. Drogenbaugh, last time out. Ground out. Takes this one for a strike. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Drogenbaugh with the pink gloves and the pink bat. Fouls that one back onto the track. Another reason why I choose not to run. Could get hit with a softball. If you think about all the things we choose to do, there's a lot of things that could go wrong while you do it. Hit by a softball, it's an option. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the inning. Yell's pitch. That one ripped to center, but squeezed on for the out by Tabone. It was hit hard, sounded solid off the bat, but didn't quite have the distance.
Up next, left fielder, number 16, Katie D. Bell.
Bell steps in. For you listening at home, as you can tell, the PA speaker is much louder than me. I really should just yield to our recently arrived PA announcer. Stolen base attempt is successful for Daly. She is in with a steal. Daly with the steal. That throw was more or less on line. Home plate umpire Frank Cirillo
Thanks, Bill.
collect a clean softball as that one's skipping towards center. Hit the dirt on the way through. One ball, 1 strike on Kayla DeBell. So DeBell took that first pitch for a strike, allowing for the stolen base by Daly. Central York trying to manufacture runs here in the third. It's fouled out play. Temperature climbing to 52 balmy degrees here in Mechanicsburg. One ball, 2 strikes. The wide from Kayla Yo. Speed along the way. you're fine.
I can win. See your softball, baby. All right, Tom.
Two outs in the inning. This one lifted towards the right side. Squeezed on by Lillian Shockey to end the inning. The Caps get out of that one and head to the bottom of the third, trailing 1-0 against Central York. Back in the middle of the Mechanicsburg.
It's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance. Let's make a night. You won't remember. I'll be the one. You won't forget.
Swing your body around it. You don't get them girls loose, loose. You don't get the world loose, loose. You don't get money, Mr. Worldwide, but I do. You don't get them girls loose, loose. You don't get the world loose, loose. You don't get money, but I do. I think y'all having a good time out there. Yeah, nobody like this. Don't stop the party. Scarface world's man running back. 30,000 people in here know me. 20,000 people in London, Wembley. 20,000 people in Morocco, and I'm just getting warmed up. Bible. Catch me with red when it's Stockholm, Beirut.
Back in the Mechanicsburg High School softball field, Mike Garland and you live on Go Mechanicsburg on web stream presented by
Up to bat number now, second baseman, number 1, Ever Naylor.
Mechanicsburg batting in the bottom of the third, and Ever Naylor will step in for head coach Gail Houston. For Ever Naylor, her first at-bat of the contest. Mechanicsburg has yet to turn the lineup over, but will finally do so here in the third inning. Naylor stepping in, a freshman. Off the 55-man basketball season as well. The line from Doggenbach, which is high for a ball. Mechanicsburg still very much in this one. Central York has been taking advantage of the opportunities presented to them. The line by Doggenbach. That one catches the corner. Back into the box. Doggenbach ready. Banging at the waist, winding, and the pitch. Low went inside, but called for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We play 7 here at the stadium. Bottom of the third. Softball left. The line and the pitch. Naylor got a piece of it.
One ball.
Naylor started the first year at the varsity level. Testing for her skill set. Line of the pitch. First out of the inning is a strikeout. That's now 3.
Next up, starting shortstop, number 10, Reagan Condon.
That's finally turned the lineup over, and that brings Reagan Condon to the plate. He reached on a single.
Let's go, Rex. Let's go, Trout.
But then out via Joyce. First. Condon stepping back in. Black to maroon fade, the MCAT logo. You've seen during many of our broadcasts on the side, and with the player number on the back. Condon fouls that off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Who in the blink of an eye corrals it.
Next up, number 2, Mia Masser.
Not a lot of reaction time for those pitchers on those line drives. That's why they wear masks now. And they have for some time, but a lot of things that can absorb the impact of a line drive. The face, not necessarily one of them. So, flying ball with the proper protection elbow in the circle, snags that liner from Condon. Yeah, Masser will step in. Masser.
4-1-3. Let's go.
Via fielder's choice. Last time up, that was the first inning for her. Masser with a giant grass stain on her left leg. Dodging ball. The 1-1 pitch is fouled off. Now 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. The cheering section to our left. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Dodging ball offers. Masser reaches for one. It might have been ball 2. Can't beat that one out. He is out short to first, and the inning comes to an end. So Mechanicsburg 3 up, 3 down. And at the top of the 4th, 1-0 Central York. We'll be back in just a few moments live on Go Mechanicsburg.
Now batting third baseman, number 12, Maddie Craig.
Craig will lead off the inning for Central York. Top of the 4th for Craig. Her second at bat. She struck out in the first inning. Kelly O remains the pitcher for the Maroon and Steel. Asha Pratt behind home plate. And our field umpire, Lyndon Humphreys, having a conversation with our fans in center field. I believe somebody was taking some pictures and there was flash photography. And that flash photography could be construed as a distraction for the players. So Humphreys making his way back towards his first base umpiring zone as Craig steps in. Yo, readies.
Good pitch,
Strike 1. So it's Craig, Roche, and Sowers for head coach Nikki Hanks. Lauren Christie, Larry Doggenbaum, the assistants for the Central York Panthers. Pitch lifted towards second base. And it is squeezed for the Cats. And the first out of the inning is Ever Naylor.
Did you see Zian last time?
Stepping in is Zian Roach.
Number 7, Zian Roach.
Single her first at bat in the second inning. So 1 out in the inning. As Roach will step in. Roach, a lefty, takes that first pitch for a strike. ball call. Maybe a dead ball battered out of the box. 2 outs in the inning.
Good call, man. Good call.
Mechanicsburg fans supporting that call from the umpire. 2 outs in the inning. Stepping in for Central York, Maddie Sowers. Sowers, the catcher. First pitch called for a strike. It's become a pitcher's duel. It was a little bit of a rocky path early for Yo. This one lifted in front of Naylor. Now there's no one covering first. That's one of those that it should have been Naylor's ball with William Shockey sticking behind at first base. But regardless, an infield single for Sowers. And stepping up for Central York is
Center fielder, Logan Krieger, number 10.
Krieger steps in. 2 outs in the inning. Sowers at first with the single. Krieger singled in the second inning, looking to go 2 for 2. Fouled back. The home plate fencing. No balls and a strike. And the pitch forthcoming from Yo. Snapped into the dirt towards the third base side. Picked up by Mackenzie Shockey. We'll cover next Friday's softball game as well. I believe that's against Manheim Township. Senior day for tennis as well. All of it live on Go Mechanicsburg. Tennis senior day will be held on the track. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So we'll try to give you the senior day coverage, then hop right over here for softball thereafter. Goes pitch. Back into the fencing again. Runner on first in the form of Maddie Sowers. 2 out single.
Don't chase, Logan, your boss, kid. Hey, here we go, baby, here we go, baby.
Yo, readies. Krieger watches out and goes just a bit outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yo steps back into the pitcher's circle.
Hey, don't let it stand. We love you, Logan. You got it,
The wind and the pitch. Swing of this. Struck her out. So we hit the bottom of the 4th inning for Central York. No runs on 1 hit. Leave that runner on base. Again, bottom of the 4th upcoming. Central York 1. Mechanicsburg nothing. Back in a bit. Live on Go Mechanicsburg.
I came to dance, 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 dance. I hit the floor cause that's my plans, 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 plans. I'm wearing all my favorite brands, 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 brands. Give me some space for both my hands, 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 hands. You, cause it goes on and on and on. And it goes on and on and on. Yeah, throw my hands up in the air sometimes, saying, ayo, gotta let go. I wanna celebrate and live my life, saying, ayo, baby, let's go. Cause we gon' rock this club, we gon' go all night, we gon' light it up like it's dynamite. Cause I told you once, now I told you twice, we gon' light it up like it's dynamite. I came to move, move.
Off the bat now, third baseman, number 23, Mackenzie Shockey.
Back to the Mechanicsburg softball field live on Go Mechanicsburg. Thanks for sticking with us through this audio-only broadcast of West Pitt softball versus the Central York Panthers. Leading off here in the bottom of the 4th for the Cats. It is Mackenzie Shockey. She reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning. Takes the first pitch for a ball by way of Bailey Doggenbaum. Doggenbaum bends at the waist, lines and pitch. Hit hard towards center field, and he was going to be out. Logan Krager had a beat on it, and she corralled it on the run to her.
Next up, number 27, Lily Shockey.
Mackenzie Shockey is out. Lily Shockey steps in. Shockey is the starting first baseman for head coach Gail Heaston. The line and the pitch. Straight up and back behind us. Strike. Doggenbaum throwing a lot of strikes. Those 12 strikes, swings and misses on those fouls. The line and the pitch. A 1. Off speed. Swung one and missed. Strike 2. Lily Shockey at the plate. On deck is Mackenzie Hutchinson. No ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch. After ball. Doggenbaum says, my bad. Sorry about that pitch.
3-5-5.
One ripped hard to the left side. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 4th. Pitcher Maddie Sowers cleaning off the softball that's been given to her by home plate umpire Frank Cirillo. Shockey waiting, fouls off, keeping herself alive. Good to know that it's not just my 14-year-old daughter that calls the adults in her life bro. I think back to the slang that I used in high school, and I guess I probably was that guy too. Shockey fouls it back. And running commentary from me, but Central York catcher Maddie Sowers having some fun out there.
4-1-4.
Remember, if you want somebody to listen to what you're saying, just talk to yourself. The line of the pitch. Another foul ball. The 4th or 5th consecutive foul ball by Lily Shockey, and we are running out of lime green spherical objects. Shockey will step back in. 1 out of the inning. Washington on deck. The line in the pitch. That one's slow and missed for strike 3. A nice battle by Lily Shockey ends.
Up next, left fielder, number 14. They call her Hutch, Mackenzie Hutchinson.
Mackenzie Hutchinson steps in. 2 outs in the inning. Just 1 run in the contest. It came to the top of the 1st for Central York. And Hutchinson wants something off speed, crossed the plate just a little low.
4-3-5.
I stand corrected. Marley Daly is the catcher. The roster or the lineup I was originally given an hour before first pitch somewhat changed, and a chance to make all positional changes for Central York. So all the things I said.
Peace. You're on it, Hutch.
Tribute back to Daly. Two balls, one strike. For strike two. 2 outs of the inning. Kelsey Hutchinson. Time up for her, striking out in the second inning. Line of the pitch. Steve fell back. Mechanicsburg batters creating additional opportunities by fouling off some of these pitches.
See it out. Here we go. Here we go, 1-4.
Ryan Bob readies.
Here we go.
Pitch.
Good.
That's a high one. Foul play. Cheering for McKenzie. 2-2. 2 outs. Tiger Bob looking for yet another strikeout. The pitch catches the corner for strike 3. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Central York continues to lead us for 1-0. Back in a bit. Now on the Mechanicsburg.
All right, girls. Take it ready with your back. Take it in your back.
My history though. Reagan had one of the first.
Reagan. That's for 6 strikeouts.
Next up the bat, number 2, Kate Gable.
We start the top of the 5th inning with Kate Gable stepping in for the 3rd time today. Gable singled to lead the game off. Then out first in her second at-bat. This one popped up and becomes an infield single. It landed between Arsha Pratt and Kayla Yo, and pops in for a single, her second hit of the game.
Stepping to the plate, number 3,
Didn't go hard.
Marley Daly.
Brings up Marley Daly for Central York. Most times 1 run isn't going to get the job done. Although pitcher Bailey Dalgenbaugh with 6 strikeouts today unofficially, and also unofficially a 1-hitter, Reagan Condon with the leadoff single, the only single or hit in any sort for Mechanicsburg. A couple of base runners by way of fielder's choice or walk, but just 1 hit given up. So people at first, Bailey hits that one hard to third base. And force play at second. As Shockey went to the cover.
Coming to bat now,
For the out.
Brooklyn Schaefer, number 14.
Bailey stays at first on the fielder's choice. Bailey's at 5-3, and Brooklyn Schaefer will step in. Top of the 5th. Schaefer with pink and blue batting gloves. Watches that first pitch go a little wide for a ball. the next offering from Calio.
Yup.
Foul out play. Pratt talking with her teammates, reminding them to keep an eye on that runner, that fourth play is going to be at second base. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out in the inning. Off speed, just outside, is ball 2. Schaefer reached on a fielder's choice, and out at second base in the third inning, or out by the second baseman. Looks like a half a ball as well. Houston sticking as well at this point. The season's still very early on. Coming up next for Mechanicsburg, a game Monday against State College, then Wednesday at Mifflin County. Home against Manhattan Township coming up on Friday. Long shot to center, corralled by Cabone, and they are able to double up Daly at second. So an unconventional 8-3 double play ends the inning for Central York. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Very good point. It's Central York 1. Mechanicsburg nothing, back in a bit. Go Mechanicsburg.
Next up at the plate, number 25, Maddie McIntyre.
Where are we, everyone?
6, 7, 8. Still do this. 2, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Mechanicsburg trailing Central York 1-0, and in for the Cats is Maddie McIntyre. Mechanicsburg just 1 hit in the contest. Doggenbach with 6 strikeouts. McIntyre takes the first pitch for the second pitch. Cross strike.
4-2-1.
If the score remains, this is one of 3 at-bats left for the Cats. Bottom 5, bottom 6, bottom 7. Again, a lot can happen between now and the end of this one. Strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
4-1-3.
McIntyre, Pratt to Bone. Four strike 3. The catcher held on to it.
Next up, the catcher, number 4, Asha Pratt.
Pratt will step in for the Cats. Strikeout number 7 for Doggenbach.
1-5-1.
Pratt is in. She struck out in the second inning. Showing bunt. Pulls back. Backs at it. Can't connect. Strike 1. Field. Mechanicsburg's second hit of the game, a clean single, and Pratt stands at first base with a leadoff single.
Next up to bat, number 8, your center fielder, Piper Tabone.
Tabone steps in. For Tabone, a pair of strikeouts, one in the second, one in the third. And Cat's trailed by just one. We'll see if she looks to advance Pratt down to second by way of some sort of sacrifice. Pratt may be a catcher, but she's still young, which means that her knees haven't gone sideways yet. Not catching. Who needs a sacrifice, and you can have back-to-back singles and maybe even a double as Tabone goes to second. Pratt is held up at third base. That is a one-out double for Piper Tabone.
Coming to the plate now, second baseman.
Second and third. Piper Tabone at second, Usher Pratt at third. With a conversation at the mound as Central York in trouble for the first time today.
She wasn't gonna risk that. Running in and getting ready to run out.
Doggenbaugh has been pitching a gem today, but here in the bottom of 5,
No outs. Oh, 1 out. Yeah, 1 out.
a little trouble. And this meeting at the mound continues. And home plate umpire Frank Cirillo encouraging these young ladies to return to their positions.
Coming to bat now, the second baseman, number 1, Ever Naylor.
Second and third are the runners. Naylor steps in. Naylor's going to turn the lineup over. Reagan Condon, Mia Masser await with 1 out.
Let's go.
This is high for a ball. Pratt stands at third. Tabone at second.
Here we go.
Doggenbaugh. The first pitch to Naylor, a ball. And catches the corner for strike number 1 on the freshman Ever Naylor.
42 each.
Ever Naylor with the triple braid ponytail coming out of the back of her helmet.
I wish I could do that.
I haven't been able to pull off a triple braid ponytail since the COVID era. Ball inside. Usher Pratt caught in no man's land. Now in a pickle. Catcher to third. Pitcher to, and the ball is caught. And here comes Usher Pratt. And she's going to score. Usher Pratt gets herself out of that pickle. And Mechanicsburg with its first run of the game by way of Central York's first error of the game. And along the way, moving up to third base was Piper Tabone.
Nice move, Al.
1 ball on the batter. Excuse me. 2-1 on the batter.
Umpire working with you.
2 balls, 1 strike. Everybody's scoreboard on the same page.
Here we go.
Mine, yours, what's in the umpire's pocket. Cats have tied it up in the bottom of the 5th on Central York's first error of the game. Brings home Piper Tabone, and the ball gets past the left fielder. And Ever Naylor dives into second base. We'll give you a double. We are the hometown scoreboard after all. So Tabone comes around to score. Naylor with the double. Back-to-back doubles for the Cats. And all of a sudden, Mechanicsburg leads 2-1. And a conversation at the mound from head coach Mickey Hanks and the Central York Panthers. So a great job by Naylor. Cats are the lead. And this conversation.
Going to bat now, shortstop, number 10, Reagan Condon.
Pitching change here at the stadium. Now pitching for Central York is Maddie Sowers. Sowers had been playing second base. Sowers goes to second. Sowers goes from second to pitch. The pitcher, Doggenbach, is now playing first. And Raven Condon steps in for Mechanicsburg. 2 runs in the inning, 1 out.
1-4-5.
Right off this game with a hit. Senior here, kids running her run around as Naylor stands at second base. Allen calls for a strike.
4-3-2.
Naylor had a double, to Bowman with a double. Pratt. Feed a pickle. To come around and score. And really hard and fast on that one. When did she make it? She got bumped. Where is she going down? I don't know. I think, I guess it's just that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out in the inning. Condon leans into one that was about a foot inside.
Next up, number 2, Mia Nasser.
Pratt run, the one that tied the game. Listening and not here, visual, I haven't explained it. I'm sure I did a great job of it, but the bunt attempt in play, and for some reason, Pratt just kept coming. She got too far down the line and got stuck. And luckily, she was able to run her way out of that one. Central York did everything that they needed to do on the pickle and catch it at third base. Pitch to Nasser. Ball. Condon strikes out number 2. And Nasser will step in. Nasser, getting the knees. This is Allen cuts the left corner of the plate. Mia Nasser, one of the few left-handed batters between both teams today. Speed to burn for Nasser on the cross-country team in the fall. Basketball in the winter, softball here in the spring. Speed benefits all 3. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
5-5.
Showers popped up. Third baseman DeBell calls it and squeezes for out number 3. But the Cats pick up 2 huge runs, a couple of hits. There was a Central York error in there as well with a runner left on base. We head to the top of the 6th inning. It's now Mechanicsburg 2, Central York 1. Back in a bit, live on Go Mechanicsburg.
Next up, number 13, Bailey Drogenbach.
We start the 6th inning with Bailey Zagenbaugh, the former pitcher, now first baseman for Central York, fouling that offering from Kayla Yo out of play and back towards the track. The Cats with 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th to take the lead over the Panthers. Kayla Yo remains in the pitcher's circle. The second offering trickled into the Central York dugout. No balls, 2 strikes. Talked a couple of innings back about what's coming up next for Mechanicsburg, but let's look at the Central York schedule. They have Red Lion on the 8th, Enfield on the 9th, and New Oxford on the 10th, followed by Williamstown on the 13th. So 4 games in a short stretch, including 3 in a row for the Panthers. That's the magic of spring sports season. With the weather, you might play a game one week and then 5 the next, just to catch everything back up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hitting a little harder, but still out of play. Another out of softball. For Coach Gail Houston, lobs one back into home plate umpire Frank Cirillo. Temperature 49, we're up to 56. I promise it does not feel 7 degrees warmer. It is status quo, if I'm being honest. Strike 3 as Zagenbaugh heads to the bench.
Coming up to bat now, number 16, Katie DeBell.
Katie DeBell stepping in.
Katie, I need it.
Central York got their run in the 1st inning and not much since. Kayla Yo's been able to lock them down. First pitch called for a strike. I want to thank our friends at Chick-fil-A Shepherdstown Crossing. Always a tasty opportunity to stop in and grab some eats there at Chick-fil-A, the official press box meal provider of football season. And otherwise, I've donated a lot of cash to their coffers since they moved into that location a couple of years ago. Call it a donation. It makes me feel better about what I'm doing. 2 balls. 1 strike. Shepherdstown Crossing location finally getting some more residents in there. News broke a couple of days ago about a Chipotle that's going in. Not really sure what to do about that. I used to always say I'm not going to go to the Pike for Chipotle because it's too far away. Well, now there's going to be one. 3 balls and a strike. 1 out in the inning. And a walk. So heading down to first is Katie DeBell with a 1-out walk. It's the first walk from Kayla Yo.
Coming to bat now, number 12, Maddie Craig.
So through it all, that's Yo's first walk of the game. Maddie Craig will step in. Craig watches the first pitch, tries for a ball. Central York looking to battle back. Could be their next to last at bat. They don't tie this one up.
I think got harder.
Hit hard to the left hand. Master has a beat on it. Dives. And the call is going to be foul ball. She was right near the line when the ball and the glove made contact with each other. The call is foul ball. Central York fans have a differing opinion on that one, but popular cliche, it is what it is. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Speed pitch outside for a ball. DeBell standing at first. And he's going to get doubled up. No! It was a line drive out to Ever Naylor at second. She tossed over to Lillian Shockley at first, and Shockley couldn't hold on to it. Still an out for Central York. 2 outs in the inning. Cats could have gotten out of that one with a double play, but unlucky. As Zion Roach steps in. Roach with a big smile on her face, trots back to home plate after that first pitch foul. Two outs in the inning, a runner on second. Roach tosses that one high. Top of the sixth, 2 outs. Roach lifts that one towards center. Squeeze for the out. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Central York leaves one on base. Tried to tie it up, but couldn't. Bottom of the 6th, Cats leading 2-1. Back in a moment, 5-1. Go Mechanicsburg.
Don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, shut up and dance with me. We were victims of the night, the chemical, physical, kryptonite. Let's do the bass and the fading light. Oh, we were bound to get together, bound to get together. She took my arm, I don't know how it happened. We took the floor and she said, oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, shut up and dance with me. A backward.
Next up, your third baseman, number 23, Mackenzie Shockey.
Shockey leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Mechanicsburg Wildcats. Shockey, and Hutchinson. It's a fun law firm. Mechanicsburg certainly could use some insurance runs from the sister Shockey. And the first pitch swung out and missed by Mackenzie Shockey. A little off speed, a little high. Sowers, the pitcher, she came in last inning after a 7 strikeout performance from Dagobah. Tip strike 2. Shockey behind the count, stepping back into the box. Sowers with the line of the pitch. He's outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs, bottom of the 6th. Mechanicsburg batting in what they hope are their last ups of the day. Today's web stream presented by our friends at Orlando Oaks Farms in Newville. Big thanks to our friends at the Wildcat Foundation, along with our friends at the Mechanicsburg Recreation Department for their continued support of our web streams. And don't forget, by the way,
Up next, first baseman, number 27, Lily Shockey.
Coming up next weekend at McVick, Friday, Saturday. So if you're looking for some great deals, consider stopping in to McVick for that Operation Wildcat yard sale. You can learn more at operationwildcat.org. Lily Shockey stepping in. First pitch call for strike. A little bit look of surprise on her face on that one. Tap her helmet to try to challenge it, but nothing will happen. 2 balls and a strike. Excuse me. No balls, 2 strikes. Looked at the wrong part of the scoreboard. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out in the inning.
You got 2 subs.
And the line of the pitch. Traveled down the third base side. Fielder, Allie Raines, comes in for it. She is the designated player, so we haven't had a chance to say her name much, but working it as a Raines family listening at home. No balls, 2 strikes. Really shocky. Watches that one go really high. 1 ball. On the scoreboard now. Scored 2 in the bottom of the 5th. Asha Pratt, Piper Tabone. Allen lifted toward short for out number 2. And stepping in, Mackenzie Hutchinson.
Coming to bat now, number 14, Mackenzie Hutchinson.
I'll tell you.
Hutchinson in. 2 outs on the scoreboard. From the Central York bullpen. Players look at their wristbands. First pitch called for a ball.
1-2-5.
Every play being managed like that, it feels like it takes the game away from the players themselves, but at least they all have the communication wristbands. They know what's going on. Swing and a miss.
4-3-2.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs in the inning. The line in the pitch. Action very low. 4 ball 2.
1-4-5.
Guys up 2-1. Mechanicsburg 1 run in the first. Mechanicsburg 2 in the 5th. And the pitch from Sowers. Behind home plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. If I'm keeping this score sheet correctly, and I know I'm not, Sowers, Prager, and Gable should be the 3 batting for Central York in the top of the 7th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. And the pitch to Hutchinson right down the plate. 4 strikes. At the top of the 7th inning, it's Mechanicsburg 2, Central York 1. Back in a bit, live on Mechanicsburg.
Once upon a younger year, when all our shadows disappeared, the animals inside came out to play. Went face to face with all our fears, learned our lessons through the tears, made memories we knew would never fade. One day my father, he told me, son, don't let it slip away. He took me in his arms, I heard him say, when you get older, you wild heart will never forget days. Think of me if ever you're afraid. He said one day you'll leave this world behind, so live a life you will remember. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights that never die. My father told me.
Now coming to bat now, number 1, Maddie Sowers.
Top of the 7th inning, Central York needs 1 to keep this one alive. It's Sowers, Prager, and Gable. And Sowers lifts the first pitch towards Reagan Condon, who goes back to catch it. And at the center fielder, Tabone coming in, Condon going out. And Condon caught it. Coming back to her shortstop position, a little ginger, reaching on that left leg, left hip area. Mostly it's nothing of note. Prager stepping in for Central York. Logan Prager batting with 1 out, takes that first pitch for a strike. Did you fall asleep?
Yeah, I did.
Pitch number 2 was outside, so only get a 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kaleo looking to go the distance. Struggled early, has rebounded for a solid pitching performance. That one lifted to the right side and squeezed on and caught by Mechanicsburg right fielder Mackenzie Hutchinson. So it's up to Katie Gable.
Next up, number 2, Katie Gable.
Gable steps in for her 4th at-bat of the game. She singles to lead things off and flew out and grounded out. Check that. 2 hits today. Singled in the first, singled in the 5th, grounded out in the 2nd, then forced out in the 5th inning. Right around the game's over. First pitch swinging, Piper Tabone squeezes, and the Cats are going to win this one by a score of 2-1. A nice job by Kayla Yo. As the teams line up for their handshakes across the board at the end. Mechanicsburg putting up 2 in the bottom of the 5th to win this one against Central York and up their record to 5-2 overall. Ending that 2-game skid. Meanwhile, Central York drops its 2nd game of the year. They're now 5-2 overall. Mechanicsburg plays again on Monday against State College for Central York. Up next for the Panthers, who may gain the lead against Red Lions. Thanks for tuning in for this audio-only broadcast. Again, the final Mechanicsburg 2, Central York 1. Have a nice day, fans.